All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the one and only, the world famous Rich Wilson Show on Memorial Day.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the world famous Rich Wilson Show.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, today is Memorial Day. And of course, most of you all know that. And there's some people that I don't know if they remembered that that's what today was or not. So today we're going to talk about Memorial Day. I'm going to dedicate this show to teaching people about Memorial Day and what is acceptable and what isn't. But first, this show, we need to start off by honoring and giving thanks. So let's start this off the right way. All right. Remember that as we get to enjoy our freedoms, and that we get to do the things that we want to do in this world, remember it did not come without a cost. From the people who decided that they were no longer going to be ruled under tyranny, to those who decided that men were not going to be owned, from stopping tyranny across the globe, to make sure that that tyranny did not come to our shores. A price had to be paid. And the bravest of the men and women that this country had to offer were willing to pay that price. The saying goes, all gave some gave all. Is utmost and important to remember that there are some that are not here with us today so that we can enjoy the life we have today. Today is a day to remember that. Today is the day to remember those who paid that price. I don't know why that's... You'll have to excuse me. Now, before I get into the history of Memorial Day, I want to clarify some things that have been brought up. I even saw it on my Facebook feed today. That having a barbecue and getting together with your friends is not how you celebrate the lives that were given so that we could be free. The people who say those things couldn't be any more inaccurate. Those brave men and women over the 200 plus years that this country has existed fought and died so that we could enjoy our freedoms. And on the day of remembrance, those who gave and paid that ultimate price would not want you to spend the day in sadness. They would want you to spend your day in happiness. They would want you to enjoy the freedoms that they paid for. But for those of you who do want to enjoy a barbecue and enjoy some beers or some sodas or maybe some shots with friends today and enjoy the day off you may have gotten from work, remember during your celebration to just stop for a moment and say thank you for everything that you have. Take the time to reflect in your memory and your mind. I'm here because of you. I am enjoying my day because of you. And I thank you for the price that you paid that allowed myself and my family to enjoy the freedoms that we have. That is the proper way to personally celebrate Memorial Day and celebrate the lives that were lost so that you could have this freedom. And for people who tell you, well, You, you're not supposed to have a barbecue or go do this or go do that or go do this or go do that, because that's not what this day is about. Actually, that's exactly what this day is about. It's about enjoying your freedoms that you have. It's about enjoying the things that you get to do, because there was a group of brave people who gave themselves for you. You may have never met them, but they gave themselves for you. They've never met you. They didn't even know you, but they gave themselves for you. And that's why you do go out there and you celebrate. If you want to go to a Memorial Day sale and buy something, then you go to a Memorial Day sale and buy something. If you want to go to a friend's house, have a barbecue, you want to get on a boat and go out in the lake, you want to go fishing, you want to go hunting if there's a hunting season, or if you just want to sit around, or if you want to go hang out with your friend that's a veteran, do so. Because that's what they did for you. So that you can. Just remember again, at some point during the day, make sure you look to the heavens and you thank those who did pay that price so that you could do any of those things I listed. That's the way to honor Memorial Day. Now, a lot of people don't know the origins of Memorial Day. They don't know the history of it. They know that simply this is a day of remembrance for those who died in service of this country. Which that, in and itself, if that's what you understand, it is still enough you at least understand that. But tonight I wanted to give you a little bit of a history lesson on Memorial Day. Okay. And this comes to you courtesy of history.com. They're pretty good about this. Memorial Day is an American holiday observed on the last Monday of May, honoring the men and women who died while serving in the U.S. military. Memorial Day 2022 will occur on Monday, May 30th, which is today. Originally known as Decoration Day, it originated in the years following the Civil War. It became an official federal holiday in 1971. Many Americans observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries on Memorial Day, holding family gatherings, participating in parades. Unofficially, it marks the beginning of the summer season. The birthplace of Memorial Day and early observances. The Civil War, which ended in the spring of 1865, claimed more lives than any conflict in U.S. history and required the establishment of the country's first national cemeteries. By the late 1860s, Americans in various towns and cities had begun holding springtime tributes to these countless fallen soldiers, decorating their graves with flowers and reciting prayers. Did you know each year on Memorial Day, a national moment of remembrance takes place at 3 p.m. on your local time? So, for those of you who didn't know, at 3 p.m., wherever you are in the world, when it hits 3 p.m. your time, a national moment of remembrance is you take a moment of silence, and in your mind, while you're taking that moment of silence, you say thank you. You remember those who died. It is unclear where exactly this tradition oriented from. Where did I go? Numerous different communities may have independently initiated memorial gatherings. Some records show that one of the earliest Memorial Day commemorations was organized by a group of formerly enslaved people in Charleston, South Carolina, less than a month after the Confederacy surrendered in 1865. There's also a lot of research stating that Memorial Day was actually derived from Decoration Day, which was actually a Confederate holiday, and that a general of the Union Army took this day and then brought it to the nation as a whole as a day of remembrance. Nevertheless, in 1966, the federal government declared Waterloo, New York, the official birthplace of Memorial Day. Excuse me. Waterloo, which first celebrated the day on May 5th, 1866, was chosen because it hosted an annual community-wide event during which businesses closed and residents decorated the graves of soldiers with flowers and flags. This tradition, and we're going to go into Decoration Day. Okay. On May 5th, 1868, General John A. Logan, leader of an organization of the Northern Civil War veterans, called for a nationwide day of remembrance later that month. May 30th of May, 1868, is designated for the purpose of strewing with flowers or otherwise decorating the graves of comrades who died in defense of their country during the late rebellion and whose bodies now lie in almost every city, village, or hamlet churchyard in the land he proclaimed. Again, it states in here this was in turn the same as Decoration Day, which was celebrated in the Confederate States. The date of Decoration Day, as he called it, was chosen because it wasn't the anniversary of any particular battle. On the first Decoration Day, General James Garfield made a speech at the Arlington National Cemetery, and 5,000 participants decorated the graves of the 20,000 Civil War soldiers buried. Many northern states held similar commemorative events and reprised the tradition in subsequent years. In 1890, each one had made a Decoration Day an official state holiday. Southern states, on the other hand, continued to honor the dead on separate days until after World War I. Memorial Day as Decoration Day gradually came to be known, originally honored for those who lost while fighting in the Civil War, but during World War I, the United States found itself embroiled in another major conflict, and the holiday evolved to commemorate American military personnel who died in all wars, including World War II, Vietnam War, the Korean War, the Iraq and Afghanistan wars. For decades, Memorial Day continued to be observed on May 30th, the date General Logan had selected for the first Decoration Day, but in 1968, Congress passed the Uniform Monday Holiday Act, which established Memorial Day as the last Monday in May in order to create a 3-day weekend for federal employees. The change went into effect in 1971. The same law also declared Memorial Day a federal holiday. Cities and towns across the United States host Memorial Day parades each year, often incorporating military personnel and members of the veterans organizations. Some of the largest parades take place in Chicago, New York, and Washington, D.C. Americans also observe Memorial Day by visiting cemeteries and memorials. Some people wear a red poppy in remembrance of those fallen in war, a tradition that began with a World War I poem. On a less somber note, many people take weekend trips or throw parties and barbecues on the holidays, perhaps because Memorial Day weekend, the long weekend comprising Saturday, Sunday before Memorial Day, and Memorial Day itself, unofficially marks the beginning of summer. Okay, so now you know. That is the history of Memorial Day. I know somewhere in my collection I have my red poppy pin that I would wear because I never got Memorial Day off. I always had to work. But like I said, the official becoming a federal holiday, of course, make it the Monday, so that way it became automatically a 3-day weekend and a 3-day weekend with a federal holiday. However, I've read some of the speeches that were given in Congress to recognize Memorial Day. None of those speeches stated that it would be easier for the federal employees if it was the last Monday of every May. There was nothing speaking to that. It was actually majority of the speeches that were and discussions given were it would be easier for the people as a whole to be able to observe Memorial Day properly if given over a specific during a specific time frame, instead of one year could be on a Monday, then a Tuesday, then a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so forth like that. It would be more difficult for people to honor it properly if it, say, fell on a Wednesday. Because most people worked Monday and Tuesday. They're tired on Wednesday. It seemed to make it, the general consensus was it was to make it more easier for the general population to honor Memorial Day. And it made it, but there was a couple notes about how it made it easier for government documentation and pay systems to be able to recognize and be able to set forth, there are certain days off and things like that, as logistics wise. This morning when I woke up, I made sure that I said thank you, and I said a couple that were very specific. I'm sure I have a lot of veterans that watch my shows. I'm sure all of you at some point lost someone that you were close to or you served with that was in service. So I know for a lot of my fans out there, Memorial Day is personal. For my ex, the mother of my child, her brother was killed in Iraq. So Memorial Day is definitely a difficult day for her. I know a bunch of people that lost a family member while serving in combat, and it's a difficult day for them. And those are people that, if you know a Gold Star family, a family member who lost someone in combat, if you know someone, especially on today, make sure you reach out to them. Reach out to them, see how they're doing. We always talk about, if something ever happens to you, we got your six. So reach out to them. This morning I sent a message out to 2 different families to make sure that they were okay. They told me that they were doing good, and that like always, it's just one day at a time. And again, I thank them for their sacrifice as well, because they gave their 2 sons. They sacrificed, and their 2 sons sacrificed so that this country could be what it is. It's, like I said, for some people that are still alive today, it is a very personal day. And just remember to reach out to those individuals. Reach out to the people that it's personal. That this day is a harder day because it's a reminder, more so, of what they've lost. And once again, like I said, take a moment and remember the brave men and women who gave their lives. They paid the ultimate price so that we could be here. So you could be here tonight to watch my show. I could be here on my show so that I could drive like I did the last couple days across part of the country to go pick up my son, to have my son here and to enjoy a summer with my son. You guys, some people don't really think about all the little things on that road that was paved in that blood. A lot of people don't think about it. And sometimes I wonder why it takes Memorial Day to force people to remember. 5 months from now, somebody sitting in a Starbucks and be angry about something and want to voice their opinion, use their freedom of speech. But does it occur to them in the back of their mind what the cost was to get that freedom of speech? That we live in a country where you could stand on the street corner and you could give your opinion on things. Like you could walk outside right now onto a street corner with people around and give your opinion on the government and not have to worry about being arrested, not have to worry about being executed, not have to worry about your family being executed or everything being taken from you. Look at Facebook and everybody's opinions. Brought to you by those who paid the ultimate price. People need to remember that. And I'll even say, if at least one day out of the year, people remember those who sacrificed everything for us, at least they got a day. I remember every single day. I get in arguments with people all the time about the rights that we have in this country and what price was paid for that. And sometimes they acknowledge that. Sometimes they even get worse. But every day you should remember, what did it cost for your freedom? Like I said, all the way back from those brave people who decided they no longer wanted to be ruled by a tyrant king, all the way up to the ones trying to prevent evil and tyranny from making it to our shores. And beyond that. Because there will be more in the future. In order to be free, that is a bill that comes to the table. And more will be willing to pay that price. That is the kind of country we have. That is the blood that runs through, that makes this what it is. There's many people who watch this show. There's 2 in the chat room right now. Myself, our station manager. We were all willing. If it was our day, we all knew when we raised our hand and took that oath, we all knew that could be our name on that check. And we accepted that. There's one thing that everyone that signs up to do that service, we all understand that. That could be our name on that check. We accept it. Because if that's the cost to make sure that people can be free, then all of us that do that are more than willing to pay that price. I will tell you, we don't want to have to pay the price. We would like to come home to our families. But if our name is presented upon that check, we will sign it with our blood. And many have. Hundreds of thousands in this country have signed that check with their blood. I don't mean to make it sound somber. I really hope everybody today did something fun. I woke up this morning in the tent next to my son, and we traveled the rest of the way across the countryside into Texas. Went out to Twin Peaks and had ourselves a great afternoon lunch. And just enjoyed ourselves today. Made it back home to my girl. And everything's right. So I had some fun today. I hope you guys had fun today. I hope you guys took a moment to enjoy something. Really do, because you should. I tell you, you should enjoy life every single day. You should find something in your day that brings you joy. And remember that and ponder on that it brings you joy. Because life is short, and death is undefeated. So none of us are getting out of this alive. So enjoy your life. Enjoy everything about it. Find things that go, that brings me joy, I will do that. As long as it's not hurting anybody. Like I said, today, I got to drive. I started yesterday, drive with my son across this country. Me and him. Did some camping in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then went out to a great lunch with my old lady. Had a wonderful time. So I hope you guys today have a wonderful time. Okay? Do something to enjoy your day. I got, by the way, William Squares up there on the multi-stream chat. How you doing? Thanks for listening to the show tonight. Ben is out there saying happy Memorial Day, brother. Ben's a vet. Square's a vet. Like I said, a station manager's a vet. You see her pop up on here every once in a while. She's Zion Bryn. Got James Pinkerton over there, a.k.a. Rathalos. Thank God for all the men and women who served. They are the reason we have our freedom. Goes out to all of our first responders as well. Taking a nap for 2 hours is a gift to me. Thank you to our beautiful men and women who serve this country. Like I said, remember today, like every day. You have what you have because of absolute bravery and people willing to make that call. Ladies and gentlemen, that's the only thing I'm going to do for the show tonight. I'm not going to do anything else. I'm not going to make this I'm not going to use today to make political statements or anything like that, like some other morons or the Village Idiot. Okay? Not going to do it. Today's about them. Okay? Today's about them. So, just remember today. Remember every day. For everybody here at the world famous Rich Wilson Show, I am Rich Wilson. Thank you again for being a part of the show tonight. Thank you for being here today. Hope you guys learned something today. Remember, as long as you learn something every day, you're still living. I always figure the day I stop learning is the day I start dying. You guys have yourselves a good one. We'll see you later. Thank you, Dave, for this. Like I said, I don't get Memorial Day off. Here I am working today. I do it for you guys. Have yourselves a good night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Right here, the world famous Rich Wilson Show. Tomorrow, we're going to get political. All right, we'll catch you guys later. Have yourselves a good night. Goodbye.